Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the Agents of Sigma!
Today we're playing a new game. Ascension Tactics is a new game in the Ascension series, which is usually a deck building game. Where you basically create your deck as you go along in the game and try to score points more than your opponent. That's how it works. And there's a digital version of it, and it's been going for a very long time. I think I first played about 10 years ago.
It's funny because I've never heard of it, ever.
And the digital version is pretty good, so I recommend checking it out. It's from Stoneblade Entertainment and Ultra Pro. They have sleeve fame. I didn't realise they actually made games as well. I guess because these have cards, so you could sleeve them.
Once you made loads of sleeves, I guess we've got to make a game to put them in now. So never mind.
But this version of the game doesn't have any miniatures. But there was, I think, on Kickstarter a version with miniatures, and it's a hex-based game, which is why we were taken by it. It's a hex-based deck builder, not in many ways dissimilar to our beloved Warhammer Underworlds.
This has definitely a slower setup time, but a faster play time, I think.
Yeah, well, and there's no pre-prep really.
No, you
other
have
than,
to
other
build
than
a
knowing the heroes, which we'll come on to in a minute, and for the drafting if you're going to do that. We're not doing that. We're playing the very basic scenario in the game, which is called the Battle of the Three Shrines, because there are 3 shrines here, and much like other games we've played with objective control in, funny enough, not in Warhammer Underworlds, but in things like Warhammer and Kill Team and Fire Team, it's basically at the end of your turn, if you've got more people close to one of these shrines, you control it and score victory points. And it's the first person to get to 30 victory points, which are given by these lovely gems.
The gems are 5, and the little white ones are 1. Yeah.
So we're going to explain how you play as we go. Like I say, this is the introductory scenario. The board is 2-sided. And everything you want for the introductory scenario is printed on one side, and then the other side is completely blank. And then you add hexes, which we'll talk about. We're going to do a separate review video. We'll talk about that in a separate review video. But you basically put the hexes on and build the board each time. And the game can be played 2-player competitive. It can be cooperative. It can play 3-player, 4-player, even solo. So it's good stuff.
So you're the blue and I'm the yellow player, and the blue player goes first every game. The yellow player goes second, but gets a little bonus, which we'll explain as we go. You get your 4 heroes, which are preset by the mission you're doing. So we've each got our set of 4 heroes.
Yes.
The shrines are already mapped out. There are some treasure hexes, which we'll go to during the game and find what's in them. And these bits here are forests, but basically they slow you down by hex of your movement, so they can be a bit trickier to get through.
Yes, and they block line of sight.
And they block line of sight, yes, for the ranged attacks. Well, there's not many ranged attacks, there are some, and it can be quite important. You get a big old chunky deck of cards here, and they get placed on one end, and then you lay out 6 of the cards ready, and they are a communal set of cards that you can buy on your turn using runes.
Basically building a deck. So you start off with 10 cards, which has 2 militia and 8 apprentices in it. Everybody has the same, and apprentices have they give you 1 rune when you play one, and militia give you 1 power, and then you buy things and fight things. So you buy things with runes and you fight things with power. Now this game is different to the Ascension deck builder game, where basically you try and build up as big a power score as possible, I seem to remember. In this game you're actually, like I say, you're vying for control of this board, and you have champions here which you can expend power for. And then if you expend the power, so my runic lycanthrope has 2 power. I expend 2 power, and I can command him, it's called, and I can place him on the board and then move him. Or if he's already on the board, I can move him, and if necessary, I can do attacks with him as well.
It's not an all thing, you can move and attack with it if you have the ability to do so.
Yeah, and you can even enter the board and move and attack.
So I think that's probably the basics down. We're going to play the game now and just show you how it goes. And like we said, we're going to also do a little roundup feedback and review video as well afterwards. So do check that one out if you're interested.
Absolutely. I will just say one more thing. Although you've got this deck here where you can buy cards for your hand. Over here, or you can put it together. We just put it over here just for ease for the camera. You've got some generic ones. You've got cultists, mystics, and heavy infantry, and you can basically buy those. With the same way as these cards, but they're always available. Well, until they run out, but there's lots of them, and so they're a good way. They're kind of like your basic troops, really.
Your basic troops, and then your basic mystics, your basic heavy infantry. And one thing we didn't kind of say is you start with the 10 cards, which we did say. You'll draw 5, and then you discard them as you use them. Any cards you purchase go into your discard pile unless they have a special rule otherwise. Once you get through all your cards, you then shuffle it up and start to go through it again. So there's mechanics in there to discard cards, remove them to your deck to try and get the cards you want to sort of filter back around faster.
Yes, you obviously you start off and you can only really buy cheap cards, but later those cheap cards aren't particularly useful, so you want to try and weed them out of the deck.
So I think it's time for us to start, Robin.
I think it is.
So you are the blue player, so you're in the blue gateway and you can go first.
Yeah, no, the blue player, as a blue player, once per turn I can gain 2 power.
Yeah.
So I start off, I have 2 powers. You do need to do a little bit of head maths with this.
For a surprisingly small amount of head maths, i.e. you only have pretty much power and runes that you have to kind of keep track of, we find it surprisingly tricky sometimes.
We do. So I've drawn 5 cards. So I'm going to tell you what I've got. I've got 3 apprentices and my 2 militia, funnily enough. I'm going to spend 3 apprentices, that's 3 power, and I'm going to buy a Templar Commander. Ooh. Now he doesn't do anything when I buy him. Some of them have immediate effects. If they have ambush effects on, like this flourishing druidess, it has an ambush, and if he has an ambush thing, you can immediately do it, but you can't immediately do it. So that just goes into my deck. But next time I draw it, I can use it. I can use its ability.
And we then replace that one straight away with an Arbiter of the Precipice, which is a 5 rune card. So it's a bit better, and he does have an ambush as well, which means you can command a champion for free. Oh, not bad.
And I've now got a total of 4 power, because I've got 2 from my militia and 2 because I get 2 every turn. I'm going to use that to command my Flytrap Witch. Now all of the fighters move 3, or champions, sorry, these are called champions. All of the champions move 3 unless they have extra movement.
Yeah, in which case it will say on the card, the Blah character has +1 move.
Yeah, so my Twilight Scout actually has a +1 move. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Just shy of the treasures.
Just shy of the treasures, sadly.
So that's all 4 yours done.
That is all 4, that's all spent. I'm all spent now.
And you're not near.
I'm not near anything, so I score nothing. Ooh. But I do draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, which played off the other half.
The other 5.
The other 5.
Okay, so over to me. I do have 4 apprentices and 1 militia. So the yellow player, once per turn, gains 2 power, but on the first turn they gain an extra 2 power. So you're a little bit more advantaged for going second, only because your opponent may have already got to some of the wells of power, so that gives you a little bit of a boost to try and get back. So to start with, I'm going to activate my prime for 3 power. So of my 4, I've got 1 left, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, because he does have a +1 move. And I'm going to pick up that treasure token. And the treasure tokens will have things on them that give you plus damage or move or your armor, that kind of thing. And you play them as soon as you want to use them, and then
so
they get
discarded
discarded
any time. So if your opponent attacks you or something, you can say, "Ha ha! Defend myself."
Yeah,
but they are one shot. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, and it can be quite useful because you'll know how much damage your opponent's going to be doing. So you can say, "Oh, actually, if I get one more armor, I'm going to survive this." And oh look, I've got this treasure. I've used 3 of my 4. I'm going to then use my militia to get me 1 more power, which is going to give me 2 now, and I'm going to activate my Mechanolith. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5?
He has a +2 move.
5?
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
He's screaming across the board there. That's me done. I've got 4 runes now that I could buy something with. So I'm going to spend 2 of my apprentices to get the Flourishing Druidess. And she has an ambush, which means I can banish a card I played this turn. So I'm going to get rid of an apprentice.
Don't forget to restock.
Oh, yes.
Okay, this is a Cult Peddler.
Oh, okay. So he has an ambush ability, which means you can command
a cultist for free.
So cultists are basically like little like chafe fighters that you can get. You can end up with multiples of those on the board.
Yeah, basically, there's only one card, but they all behave in the same way. And if you get this one, you get one for free, and then you can put it on the board. You command it for free. Yeah,
well, they're good for trying to swarm onto objectives whenever you can get that out to try and bring more of them on. I've then spent my other 2, and I'm going to get the Temple Librarian, which is, he has an ambush as well, which is I can banish a card I played this turn, which I'm going to get rid of another apprentice. I can't use him now, obviously, he has to go into my discard pile, but when I do play a card, I can acquire a card with a cost of 4 rune or less for free.
Nice.
Which is quite nice, and I have to put another card out again, and it's a Void Rift Stalker. I'm going to pick up my other 5 cards, which, unsurprisingly, is the other half of my deck. I'm not near any honour shrines still, so I don't get any points. So that's the end of that first round.
What do points make?
Prizes. And so that's the end of the first round. Back to you again.
I've got 5 power to spend. And you're meant to turn them sideways when you've activated them, like classic
Yeah, just say that you've activated them, stop you activating multiple times.
Because you can't activate them more than once unless you can put them back again. But in practice, when we've played our practice games at least, you very rarely have enough power to activate somebody more than once.
Yes, and even if you can, it's quite obvious who you've activated because it's such a short turn. You normally only have 1 or 2 activations in it. So
exactly. As far as I'm aware, we've yet to get it wrong.
But I'm sure
but we probably did.
Help us remember.
We probably did. So I'm going to use my 2 power to activate my Twilight Scout, which actually I think on reflection I should have done last time. He moves 4. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. I'm going to spend 2 on this Cult Peddler. Ambush, command a cultist for free. So I'm going to get a free cultist.
Free cultists.
I've got 3 runes left, Pete. So if you want to turn over the next card for me, that would be lovely. Thank you.
I will. And it's an ancient stag. Doesn't do anything, it just dies because it's very old.
Okay, but I can also command this cultist, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3 as well. But I've got 3 power left. Now they're all 4s. All of them are 4s.
They're all 4s.
So I can't spend any of those, so I actually end up going to lose a power. I'm going to buy some heavy infantry.
Ooh, okay.
Now I've got no cards left, so I shuffle this up.
And now all the cards that you have purchased will now be selectable in your next hand. But you don't get any power again because you're still not near any of the objectives.
Don't score. It's not power, it's
stars.
I don't know. I'm not sure. They probably do have a name.
I'm calling them points.
Points. Victory points is fine.
Right, so it's over to me. I get 2 power. As always, you pretty much always just get 2 power at the start. And I'm going to spend my Militia to give me 3. And I'm going to activate my Prime, I think. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Actually, he's going to go 4 to there.
Oh.
And then I've got 4 runes, 4 apprentices, so I've got to buy something. I don't know what I want to buy though. And I'm going to use that to buy the Void Rift Stalker. He has an ambush ability of ready one of my exhausted champions, but there's no point in that because even if I ready him, I haven't got any power to activate him. And that's the end of my turn. But I am by an altar, so
You get 2 victory points.
2 shiny shinies. Ding!
Remember, it's the first to 30.
So I'm up to 2 in your face.
So I'm going to play my 2 apprentices for 2 power.
He's got the power. And the new one that came in was the Ascetic of the Lidless Eye.
So I've just got 2 power, so I'm going to spend that on some heavy infantry. I'm going to play my Temple Commander, which is I can command one of my champions for free. So I'm going to command the Twilight Scout to go 1, 2, 3 to there. I've got heavy infantry. I'm going to use that to command my cultist onto that square there. Gain that treasure token.
Sneaky.
And I'm going to put that one down because it's a militia I can't use.
And then you gain...
I do gain 2.
2 for being
End
next
of my
to that
turn,
one.
yes.
Okay, so it's over to me. I'm going to play my Void Rift Stalker, which I just bought before. It gives me 2 power. So I now have 4 power. So with that 4 power, I'm going to bring on the Spike Vixen for 2. And she's going to go 1, 2, 3, because she only moves 3. And then I'm going to activate for the other 2 my Mechanolith Initiate. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh.
So in fact, it's going to go 4 to there. Yeah, 4 onto the treasure there, so I'm going to grab that. When you move through the forest, it basically costs you 1 movement, so yeah, slow me down a little bit there. I'm then going to play my Flourishing Druidess, which gives me 2 runes and my 2 apprentices. And that gives me 4 runes. I'm actually going to use 3 of them and take the Ascetic of the Lidless Eye, which will help me draw 2 cards next time, which is very nice. And there's a 7 rune champion, Emery, so you can get more champions like these ones, which will come into the game. The last thing I've got is just a militia for 1, and I've got nothing I can do with that, so. I score another 2 for being on that altar over there. So I'm up to 4 now.
I just realised last time, this is the only problem with this game, I use an ability to command the Twilight Scout, and then I use 2 power from my hand to move the cultist. So what I forgot is I had 2 here, so I threw away 1, but I actually had the 2 that you get every turn. Yeah. I forgot to use it. So I'm going to use that, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll let you.
I'll let you. I'll go back and I'll just move the Flytrap Witch up here. 1, 2, 3.
You're not going to stop on the treasure.
No.
Okie dokie.
I suppose I could do actually, because she can get adjacent next turn anyway, can't she? So I will stop on the treasure.
Okay.
Actually, and
then steal that treasure.
So that was my turn out of turn.
That was your turn. That should have been just before mine.
Yeah.
Then I'll take a mine and we're back to you again now. So.
Okay. So I'm going to try and remember to use my 2 power straight away. I think to activate her again. She's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. That's the Flytrap Witch. Now she actually has a range attack. which means I can shoot you from 3 away.
But what's her attack?
It's 7.
What? 7 at range?
So you can normally only attack if you're adjacent to a champion on the board. But with range, you can add up to 3 hexes away. And I'm 3 hexes away from the Mechanolith Initiate. So champions can attack enemies adjacent to them, or if they're ranged, they can fire from 3 away. The defending champion does not deal any damage back to the attacker. A champion is defeated when it is dealt damage equal to or greater than its defence. Remove the defeated champion from the battlefield and place it on its champion card.
So you have a range of 7. It doesn't decrease.
I have a range of 3. No, it doesn't. No, that's a different game.
Range of 3, yeah. Damage of 7. So my Mechanolith Initiate has a shield of 4. So he's taken out.
Oh.
Boo.
Splat.
Hiss.
So then I'm going to use my Cult Peddler again, I think, to peddle another cultist.
Because you can either command the one you've got,
or bring out another one.
Bring out, you did.
Yeah. Oh, and I gain 2 runes for that as well.
Oh, okay.
So 1, 2, 3. I could bring mine up here, but I won't contest this, and then you.
Because you need more, don't you?
Yeah, and then you can very easily kill him.
Yeah.
So, but as if you want to come and kill him, I don't know if you've got range, but if you haven't got range, you've actually got to come away from the.
I do not have range.
Actually, got to come away from the honor shrines. So I've got 4 power going. I've already used the power from here, so I'm going to throw away my militia because that's 1 power, which is no use to me. So I've got 5 runes to spend. Okay, I'm going to use 4 of my 5 to take Salvage Master Mila, the Mechanolith hero. Goes there. When I ambush him, I can place a turret token adjacent to any of my champions. So, Pete, while you look for the turret token, I'll look at what they do. So I've taken Salvage Master Mila, which enables me to put these turrets down near any of my heroes. So I put it next to, or champions rather than heroes. So I put it next to Twilight Scout there. And then when next time I play Savage Master Mila, I can use that to do things. And then if that's the end of my turn, I need to draw. I've actually only got 3 cards here, so I draw those 3 and then shuffle these and draw another 2. And I've got control of 2, so I score 4.
Oh dear. So you're up to 6 now.
I am.
I'm going to play my Militia and combine that with my 2 power that I get to get 3, and I'm going to use that to command my Prime. So he normally moves 4, and I'm going to then play on him some Treasure, which gives him +1 move and +2 attack, +2 damage. So he's going to now go 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, and he's going to have a go at your Twilight Scout. Now he does 6 normally, +2 because of the Treasure.
That's 8.
8. Go on, parry that, you filthy casual.
I can't parry that. So the Twilight Scout is kaput.
I then have 4 apprentices. I'm actually going to use it to get 2 heavy infantry. Get some extra power in there.
Yeah, that's quite good.
So I've got 1 card left, so I'm going to shuffle the remainder, and I'm going to draw another 4. At the end of that, I am in control of 1 altar, so I get 2. So I'm also up to 6 now.
I'm going to use my Templar command to command one of my champions for free.
Oh.
And I'm going to bring out the Aha Templar. Aha! Aha! Templar! And he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. The Aha Templar actually is my favourite art. When I saw the artwork, I think I really want to get this game.
You saw it went, ah.
He's an old card in one of the old, I think in the original set.
Oh, okay.
And the artwork is, because some of these, I think this is reworked from the original sets. I'm going to use my power from my gateway to move my cultist onto there. Throw away the militia because I can't do anything with that. I've got 3 score left. I'm going to buy a Thicket Familiar for 1, and then I've got 2 left, with which I'm going to buy a Mystic.
There's no Muramasa.
Muramasa, lots of voids.
You may
Lots of
defeat any
void things.
champion on the battlefield. Defeat any champion on the battlefield when it ambushes.
Whoa!
That's quite nice. So you're now in control of 2 of the altars.
2
so
I am,
gain
yes.
4 more. So you're up to 10.
10. A third of the way.
Third of the way there already, that's not good. I am going to use my Void Rift Stalker, which gives me 2 power. I'm going to use my other 2 as well to bring on my Bringer of Despair. He's bringing it. And he's going 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. That's it, you can't do anything else. I'm now going to play my Temple Librarian, which means I can acquire a card with a cost of 4 runes or less for free. Ooh. Annoyingly, it doesn't reduce the cost by 4, which means I'm stuck buying one of these
that will be a lot better.
Rubbishy 4 cards.
Yeah, but it is for free.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Morbid Hammer.
That one's a champion as well. I'm not sure about buying more champions. That feels like it's just giving you resource issues.
Yeah, so the Morbid Hammer, that's actually a Void Construct, which is like a weapon upgrade.
Yeah, then I'll be taking this one because she destroys all enemy constructs.
There's a Cult Peddler has replaced it. And I've got 2 apprentices and a militia. Now I can't use the militia. He's no good. I'm going to use my 2 apprentices to get another heavy inventory, I think. I want to get some more power. So that's me done. I am in control of 1 also, so I get 2 more. So I am up to 8. Okay. 2 behind.
I'm going to use my militia and my 2 from the blue gateway to move up my Aha Temper up to here. 1, 2, 3. And he is going to attack for 8.
And that's against my prime.
He's against your prime, so you need to do saving for 3.
So I only have an armour of 5, so I'd need to add 4 to it to save him. So he's out again. I say again, I don't think he's been taken out before.
And I'm going to use my Cult Peddler to peddle another cultist. So we get 1, 2, 3 to there. I'm going to use Salvage Master Mealer to gain 3. She can also make the turret does make an attack, but you're dead. So
yeah. So it gains you 3 runes.
It's going to be 3 power.
Oh, 3
so
power.
I'm going to bring out the Twilight Scout.
Nice.
He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Nicely done.
And I've got a heavy infantry left, so I'm going to bring out the Runic Lycanthrope as well and go 1, 2, 3. And I've got 2 apprentices, which gives me 2. I'll buy another Cult Peddler.
It's going to be cultists everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's giving us the All-Seeing Eye, which command a champion for free. Cultists everywhere. I think I'm feeling very...
And I gain 6.
Over to me then. I've got 1 militia which I'll spend, and I'll gain my 2 from my gateway to bring my prime back on, I think. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And I've got 4 apprentices, which is exactly the worst number of apprentices. It's the number I do not want. I'm going to have to take the Ancient Stag. I can ambush, I can destroy or construct equipped to an enemy champion, but there are none. No. And that's all he's good for right now. And it's replaced by the Dreamwalker. Oh, interesting.
Give one of your champions +1 and command it for free. Oh, that sounds pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's a good job I can't afford it.
I am next to no things, and you're next to all 3 at the minute, so you're going to start running away with this now.
Okay, so I'm going to use my 2 here to command this cultist. 1, 2, 3 to there. I'll use my heavy infantry to do the same with this one. 1, 2, 3. I've got a Templar commander who can command one of my champions for free, and he's going to do the new Runic Lycanthrope. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 up to there.
Templar commander is dirty.
And I've got 3 power left. There's nothing in the middle that could be bought for 3 power, so I'm just going to buy.
There's the question.
Buy heavy infantry, and I've scored another 6.
Yeah. Not much longer because you're already up to 22. Okay, over to me. I've got the Ascetic of the Lidless Eye, which allows me to draw 2 cards.
Whoa.
That gives me some stuff. I'm going to play my Flourishing Druidist to gain 2 runes, and my 2 apprentices to give me another 2 runes, gives me 4 runes. I don't really want to buy anything that's on here, but I might as well grab the Dreamwalker.
I like the Dreamwalker. I'd definitely be buying the Dreamwalker if I could.
Yeah, but...
Oh, it's a Snapdragon revealed.
I'm then going to place the Morbid Hammer onto the Bringer of Despair, which is a Void Construct. It gives me +4 damage, +2 defense. So he's now up to 10 damage, 10 defense.
Whoa.
And it has a Slay ability, which is I can banish a card in my hand or discard pile. When I slay someone.
Yeah.
I'm then going to spend 2 heavy infantry and 2 from my gateway to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do 10 damage to your Fly Trap Witch.
I'm going to play this. I need to do.
So you've got to get more than 10 defense on it.
I'm going to do it. I've got 2 of these. I'm going to take it up to 11.
Yeah, get back.
Take it up to 11.
Oh, so she's down to 1 now. So if I can do 1 more damage,
do 1 more damage this turn, but
yeah.
We haven't actually come onto this. At the end of the turn, damage is wiped out. So you have to. It's all or nothing. You have to kill them. I'm
then going to spend another 2 for my heavy infantry to bring on my Mechana Initiate again, and he's going to go because he can move 2. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to there. That's me done. I have scored no points. You've only got about 1 more round to go, and you will have won. So
Yeah, I
over to
think
you.
it might be, the writing may well be on the wall. So I'm going to play my Salvage Master Mealer. Again, the turret's got nobody to shoot, but I'm going to add 1 from the Militia to activate the fly. Well, these treasure tokens go back in the treasure bag. To activate the fly trap witch, so she's doing 7 damage to.
I've got 10 defense at the minute.
Yeah, so that's.
So I'm down to 3 left.
3, yes. And then I'm going to use my heavy infantry to meet the Runic Lycanthrope down here. Now, because he's Lifebound Allegiance and I've already activated the fly trap witch.
Yeah.
He gets 5+ swords. He's doing 8 swords.
8. So I need to give me a boost of 5, but I haven't, so he's down.
Okay, so I've killed him. I throw away the Militia card. Oh no, I don't have to throw away the Militia card because I haven't used that yet. So I've got 3 to activate. I'll activate the Twilight Scout. 1, 2, 3 to there. Pick that up. I use the Mystic for 2 to pick up another Mystic, I think. And then I get 6 again. It's going very well for me.
You're up to 18.
I'm up to 28, yep.
28, sorry, yep. I'm just going to call it there, actually, because I can't gain control of any of these to score any points, and next time you've only got to have 1 of them to score any points, and you have 2 people next to all of them, so you win.
Oh,
there we go.
Go me.
Oh.
I actually just picked up 5 apprentices.
Yeah, I couldn't, yeah. Anyway, there we go. So that's how you play the game. It's pretty straightforward once you get used to the few basics that are there, but it plays really quickly, as you've seen. It can be a fast game. If you lose, you can easily re-rack it very quickly, reshuffle the cards, and have another game very quickly.
Definitely, and I think it's a game that does bear repeat plays because you need to learn how to use your pieces, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of learned, I don't think you, in all the games we've played, I've tended to get the cultists out.
You've always gone for the cultists.
And I think they're quite good, but I've got a strategy with those now, so that worked for me today.
I have to say, in the other games we've played, they very rarely have done very much for you. This time around, they've scored you multiple points. In previous games, not so much.
Yeah, I think we were playing it slightly wrong, actually, in the other games, so that didn't help. But I think also I realised the importance of swamping the board. And I just had one lucky turn in the middle there where I was able to activate about 5 different things and bring on loads of stuff.
That was the thing. I couldn't get any power to be able to activate my heroes. So each turn I was like moving 1 person or maybe 2 people at most. And I just couldn't get the bodies in the place.
I love that seesaw that the game has those. Like, you want power because you need power to have board control. But if you don't get enough runes, you can't buy the things to get you the power.
Yeah,
it's tricky. Although today it didn't seem to matter. I didn't have very many runes.
There were some really juicy cards I never managed to get enough points for. There was the Arbiter of the Precipice, which is draw 2 cards and banish a card, but as an ambush you can command a champion and your void champions have +5.
Yeah, I feel like today,
especially with my Spike Vixen, because she only does 1 damage normally, but she attacks twice. She has a double attack, so I could have done 2 attacks there. So
I feel like, that would have been nasty. So that would have been 12.
Possibly,
yeah.
Or 6 on 2 people. I could take maybe, possibly, but it doesn't matter. It's all academic.
I feel like today this Sends a Row didn't do us any favours because normally I think the points are lower, or so there's one. I've just cut the deck and there are 3 in a row that cost 1. And there's a 2 and a 3 and a 3.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more other lower scoring cards in there that could have possibly helped. But I mean, it didn't really matter at the end of the day because you managed to get a big chunk of power there to help. I think it was all the free activations, getting cards that help you activate champions for free. There was the guy in there, I can't remember what he's called.
Really good.
You got him out, it felt like you got him out like almost 3 times.
Templar Commander.
It felt like you got him out almost 3 times in a row.
Well, I cheated. No, I had another one that could do something similar.
Yeah.
And that worked really nicely for me.
The things that help you activate champions for free, or command champions for free, is big, because or else you have to spend 2, possibly 3, or maybe even 4 power.
When you've got 4 power cards, that card is effectively a 4 power card.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is the game. I feel like this game is a bit more one-sided than the other games we've had.
I mean,
So I don't necessarily feel representative.
Well, I mean, the idea of this game is to show you how it plays out, and that's how quickly and how simply it does play out. You can very quickly play multiple games and play a best of 3 or best of 5 very easily.
It's really fun, and there are loads of campaign stuff, and you can play co-op as well and solo. If I get time, which I won't, I might try and play a solo game just to see how that goes and record that. But if I had time to do all the things I wanted to record, then
the channel would be swamped with thousands of videos.
Absolutely. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, chuck them down. If you know the game and we've done something wrong, do mention what it is, and we'll ignore you. And yeah, so do let us know what you think and whether you've got it, whether you might get it, whether you want to see more of it, because there are other scenarios. I don't know whether this will become a major feature on our game. I don't think it's going to have a huge following.
Probably not.
But I really enjoy it, and it's good fun to play with the kids as well.
It's simple enough that your kids can play this.
We haven't played this yet because they're a bit older now, so they don't want to do anything with me. But we used to play the Ascension's deck building game quite a lot, and they play it with themselves, which is amazing.
It's always great when you can get them involved. That's because my oldest just happily
racks up 250 points to their 30, and they don't mind. Yeah.
So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and it was helpful to you. Like Robin says, if you've got any questions about the game or the mechanics or anything like that at all, do stick them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all of that good social media stuff.
Yeah, and you'll find out all about our other games and our new podcast, which is available in all good podcast places.
So we see you soon on the Agents of Sigmar.